just outside the red zone following that big play. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, up the middle, it'll be pretty tough for this safety to make a play through all the traffic. If you want to range outside, you want to get into his domain, you better be careful because this strong safety will put you on your back.
All right, here we go. Second down. Watson now off play action. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. David Njoku, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. They've got 1st down from the 31.
11, Thomas.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Caught by the open man. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals finish off their opening drive. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Dax Hill up for the stop. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at third and very long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he loses the football. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals picked up the fumble and ran it home. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder, you got to play longer than your opponent, and when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Watson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
They're going for it. Here's Watson. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Called in left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He brings it in. is tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations. Credit to that defense, that surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack.
And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, it's James Prochet. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Completed to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. Sticking to the air with Watson. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Called in by Njoku, left side. And he takes this beyond the 25 before going out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Dax Hill up for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... And he's intercepted for the first time this year. Picked up by Dax Hill. Bengals get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out cadence combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided first half. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground and start this one off. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He puts some power on a deep one left. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. He's going to take this one from the end zone. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This finds all, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 3 now. Play action now, Burrow. He's got a man left. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and then go to work after it.
That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Burrow setting up the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the 2nd half. You have all that data from the 1st half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the 2nd.
David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Watson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Throw left side, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. From the gun, Watson. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 38. He'll get this complete to McLaughlin. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. Third and a lone yard coming up. Brown on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Brown again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's got it up to midfield and into Brown's territory. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, Burrow to throw. On target to his man Higgins. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Here we go. Burrow from the gun. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this...
I need it. Okay, it's me and my Kim.